Hey everybody, how's it going? Little Deathwing pre-heresy army update. I got all the bases for the remaining models I need bases done for the army. So that's 10 Dreadnoughts in total, not 10 Dreadnoughts, 10 Terminators, tactical Dreadnought armor, and 2 Dreadnoughts for the army. 2 squads of 5 Terminators obviously, and then the 2 Dreadnoughts. All done in similar basing style. Now I am using one Forge World Dreadnought and one Games Workshop Dreadnought, but I'm using 2 Games Workshop bases to kind of tie them together. And I also did the 2 back banners for the sergeants. I find doing these is kind of tedious to do when you're doing the models. So here they are. One says Azael, and the other one says Aziel, and the other one says, you can kind of see it. I don't know if you can. Emiel or something like that. E-M-I-E-L. I'm always better pronouncing those things. M-I-L, it doesn't matter. But so those 2 are done for this Terminator Sergeants, and that's good. So we have here is a Dreadnought base. Brass for the casings, skull white with Devlin mud, and then black undercoat, dry brush of Codex Gray, then Fortress Gray, then a dry brush of Astronomicon Gray, and that goes for all the bases. And the metallic parts on the bases here are bulk up metal with a Devlin mud wash. The reasons why I did all the bases and then these 2 back banners is because I find doing bases and then extra like little back banners and banners in general to be pretty tedious to do. And then another tedious project, or part of the project for this army, is the shoulder pads. To get that kind of pre-heresy look that is very tedious to do as well, because you have to do them on their own. So I try to get all the tedious stuff done in one go, leaving a quicker run of stuff to do. So really, when I get down to it, I just paint the Terminators, put them on the base, and it makes it go smoother. I think bases complete the model, if I didn't say that already, so I don't consider a model truly done of mine until it has a base that's done. So base is done, so as I finish the models, they're done, and that's good. One thing I want to say is, in doing bases, when you're doing a run of assembly line the bases for your army, try, as you see here, they look different. Try and do that just to help make the models, even if they have a similar posing, look different overall. The base really ties the look together, and if they have the exact same base and almost the exact same posing and war gear, it can get kind of tiring to look at. So the bases help spice it up a little bit. And other than that, not too much else to say here. With the bases done, next thing I'm doing is the Dreadnought. I'm doing the Forge World Dark Angel Dreadnought, which I pretty much, while doing these bases, partially assembled as far as I want to go before actually painting it. So I just want to show you a couple pieces. First off, the head for the Dreadnought is this piece right here. So that's all you get for the head. So I keep it separate to paint, and then I attach it on, and it helps so you can get all the detail and get the detail where it attaches, which is in that hole. And this is the sarcophagus, I guess you want to call it. One piece. I glued the smoke launcher on. The smoke launcher was not attached, and I glued this piece on. For some reason, that wasn't attached either. And I left the feet off the leg, so I can get to all the detail. But I pinned it so it attaches on. Let's see if I can do this on camera. Hold on, I can't see what I'm doing. There you go. It attaches on. It's cool because it lets you swivel to acquire your target, and then for transportation purposes you can take it apart to fit in thinner foam, or if it gets destroyed you can boom, destroy it and leave. Since it's a vehicle, you can leave this where it was destroyed on space. My Dreadnoughts are going to have last cannon arms, so I'm using the Venerable Dreadnought last cannon arm for one of the kits that I'm not using. So instead of it being a Forge World arm, it's a Venerable Dreadnought arm. And I'm leaving the plate off of this, so it has names like Rin, so I guess of planets and whatnot. Solstice, and all that, Gehenna, and all that. I'm leaving that because, hey, it's a Great Crusade. These planets are probably captured. I don't want to say captured, conquered, or brought back into the fold of the Imperium peacefully during the Great Crusade, probably. So who's to say that the Dark Angels didn't necessarily capture those planets or whatever? So that's why I'm leaving it like that. And then we have a 4-drilled Dreadnough Close Combat Arm, which is pretty standard, so no need to show that off. And pretty much that's what I'm painting next. So I'm going to paint that next, then I'm going to do a squad of Dreadnoughts, not Dreadnoughts, Terminators. I keep doing that for some reason. A squad of Terminators, the second Dreadnought, second squad of Terminators, and then the Land Raider. What I may end up doing, though, is after this Dreadnought, I may end up doing all 10 Terminator bodies as one to glue them onto their bases. That way it's just the arms for 5, and then arms for the second 5, and depending how well of a groove I get, I may end up doing Dreadnought, 10 Terminators, Dreadnought, and Land Raider, but we'll see. It's my experience, just to ramble a little bit longer, that doing a squad of anything, Terminators, Space Marines, whatever, takes longer than a vehicle, even though a vehicle may be bigger. Like a Dreadnought is bigger than one Terminator, but if you think about it, 5 Terminators, there's more stuff to paint than one Dreadnought. Even a Land Raider, I find, once you get going, once you start getting it partially assembled and the interior detail done, if you're going to do that, once you actually get it up to where it can be painted, and even the assembly, once you get a good groove going, a Land Raider can go pretty quick as well. So I'm not too worried about the vehicles. It's actually the 10 Terminators that got me most concerned for finishing this army. At least that's how I feel now. We'll see how I feel when I'm, muscling my way through this army, trying to get it done in time for November 20th. So, which, by the way, if you're going to do a tournament, isn't the best plan. You shouldn't go into a tournament with an army you haven't even played with once. Now, I've played with Deathwing, I've done Dark Angels plenty of times, I know the concept, and I've played with Deathwing heavy armies in the past, but never pure like this. So, if you're wondering, don't paint up an army that you've never used for a tournament where its first use is going to be a tournament, unless you really, really want to and are as dumb as me. So, unless, I don't want to say dumb, as ambitious as me, I guess is a better word. So anyways, these ranged weapon arms, don't glue this part into it. I did, because this arm is going to be glued onto the sarcophagus, because it won't stay with friction alone. I don't want to magnetize it because I don't have the time. But it should stay with the Games Workshop kit, or you can magnetize it. Because what is nice is you can make the arm and then slide the weapon out of it and put another weapon into it. Now it does come with 3 different arms, basically. So I believe you could make all the different arm variants you want, pretty much all the weapons they have there, but I don't know for sure. But I know definitely that this weapon stays pretty firmly as is, so you don't necessarily have to glue it in. Just a little FYI there in case you plan to get the kit. But anyways, that's pretty much it. So until next time, take it easy.